She announces awfully loud that recording is in progress. We're back to Zoom. Hello, guys.
Hello, guys.
And gals.
How's everyone doing out there? We're doing fine. Good.
We're doing wonderful. I had a bad day. I had a good day. It was fun. You were a bad teacher today, Dr. Eddie.
No.
Who said that?
You did. You.
That was a student. In our live studio Zoom audience.
I mean, honestly.
Our Zoom audience. Zoomdience. Okay, I'm going to stop. With that.
Please stop, yeah.
You know what this is that I'm drinking?
What?
Coffee. You know what? You know what I'm drinking it out of?
What?
My Harry Potter mug. What house am I?
I have no idea. What house?
Let the people know.
Oh, accurate. Slytherin.
That's right.
Yeah. Wow.
Listen, we're smart.
Yeah.
We're coy.
True.
I'm cold. See, I'm covered up with a blanket.
Okay. Yeah, you are.
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine. Always cold.
Kristie, cold. Anyway, how was your week?
Busy, but good. Had a good time this week.
Good for you.
Had a very good time this week, yeah.
That's me.
How was your week?
First of all, let me tell you, it was kind of hard for me.
Okay, what happened?
Last week was hard because my boss was on vacation for 2 days, and I'm needy, apparently.
Oh.
And then it was really busy. And then I do 2 separate things at work, and both of them were really busy. So then it gave me anxiety.
Gotcha.
And that was on Thursday and Friday. So come Friday at 5:00, I want to slam my computer down because I didn't lunch either day.
Okay.
And I like lunch because I ride my bicycle.
Right.
Today, did not lunch. Like for 12 minutes.
Okay.
Had like a 12-minute lunch because I had to run an errand.
Mm-hmm.
But I was busy.
Gotcha.
Anyway, till last week. And then my sister comes into town, which is fantastic.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm glad about that.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I picked her and I got my hair done. Look, well, you've already seen it, but still. So Saturday, this could not have worked out better, though. I had my hair point scheduled at like 2:15. Takes about an hour and a half to get it done. My sister's flight came in at 3:55. She texted me when Michelle was putting product in my hair. We landed. I was 30 minutes away. By the time they got down to baggage claim, got their stuff, went to the bathroom and got a drink, I was pulling in.
Gotcha.
Cassie had a Diet Coke and like this much was out of it.
Okay.
She'd only had time to drink that much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, they can't see. Not a visual medium. I keep forgetting that.
I mean, for real.
So, picked her up. She had trauma at the Asheville airport because their parking is apparently garbage. And they got there 2 hours early and ended up almost missing their flight. And all of her stuff got confiscated, including a Swiss Army knife that Daddy gave her a long time ago. And she got very upset over that. Okay. Which also, I was like, why do you travel with a Swiss Army knife?
Wow.
And James had like screwdrivers. Her husband. I'm like, why do you have that? I like, anyway. So it was funny though. Like, it's not funny, but we made jokes out of it. She was sad. And then we went to dinner that night to the whole enchilada. And then me and Jacoby drove them to, where did we drive them to? Port Canaveral? Cape Canaveral?
It was a port with a boat. I don't know. Was it Port Canaveral?
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. A place where there's cruise ships. Drove them there. And then we came home. And then me and you went to get my favorite food.
What?
A walking taco.
Oh, a walking taco. Yeah. I'm like, listen, you have different favorite foods, but yes, a walking taco at Disney World.
That is my right now favorite food.
Yeah. Taco in a bag. The best.
Oh, it's so good. That's my favorite food. And then next day, we went to Epcot.
Yep.
And we had, I meant to be fat yesterday and I didn't get to. That's disappointing. What did I eat? You wasn't fat either.
No, you went around the world, nibbled, didn't fold.
I didn't nibble. It was my intention. I had the thing from Greece.
A cheese with
grilled cheese with pistachios and honey on it. Mm-hmm. And then I had a non-alcoholic mint julep and a frozen sweet tea lemonade. Mm-hmm. That was yum. And I probably drank my calories, honestly. But that's all. And then came home. And then I went to bed at I didn't go to bed. I decided because we rode the Frozen ride and I have never seen Frozen. Never seen it. I have now seen it.
Let go.
You know that the song from Harmonious is that that part is from Frozen.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No.
It is. Mm-hmm. I heard it and I was like, madness.
Good.
It's crazy. You're tired. You keep yawning.
Well, they didn't know that, but thank you for letting them know that.
I'm sure they heard this.
No.
Because I heard it.
Yeah, because if you'd have done that, I didn't do that. I didn't say, I didn't do that.
Reply that he did it if you heard it.
Nope.
We'll see. Anyway.
But,
so then I watched Frozen. Well, that was my intention.
Okay.
And then I fell asleep 45 minutes in.
Right.
But I did get 9 hours of sleep last night.
That is awesome.
I know.
I ain't never slept that long in my life.
Did I hyper.
Anyway? Huh?
You too hyper.
Yeah. But I need to try.
What you gonna do this week?
Work.
Any plans?
Work. A couple plans.
What are they?
So they're surprises.
For what?
I don't know. Things I want to do.
With who?
As they discover. Who knows? It ain't gonna work. I don't know.
I literally tried to work that out. It's my birthday. It's my birthday on Friday.
It's her birthday, so she's trying to get me to what we gonna do? What we gonna do? What we doing now? Zooming.
Hateful.
Thank you. Accurate. Don't feel bad about it.
You should.
Okay. I don't.
I'm excited. I'll let y'all know next week what he does. I said what he does.
I mean, honestly, I didn't want to correct you, but I'm glad you called it because my eyes got big. I said, well, here we go.
So, this is what we're going to do today.
What we're going to do today? Talk to me.
I mean, do you have more you want to say?
Not at all.
All right. I'm going to read you a few things. Okay. And I've had a couple people. There's a thing called Am I the A-hole, basically. I don't want to say bad words. No!
They're asking, are you?
Listen, okay. No.
Okay, gotcha.
It's like a forum on Reddit, and people write in different things.
Okay.
And a couple of your students, honestly, have said that they would like to know what our take is on a few things.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And because we normally agree, but the reason that we agree is not the same.
Okay.
So they think it would be funny. Okay. So I have them.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm going to read it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, this is blind. Here's the first one. Ready?
Yes.
I'd really like to know if I made the right decision or not. Last year, a semi-close friend of mine asked me to be a bridesmaid at her overseas wedding. I accepted, even though my instincts were screaming otherwise. Fast forward to earlier this year, when the planning really begins to ramp up. Now, I'm very aware that weddings are expensive in general, and it's becoming ridiculously over the top, and the date is still 7 months away. Aside from my dress, shoes, hair, makeup, flight, and paying full price for a 5-day hotel stay, since she's not going to block out rooms for her bridesmaids who will be flying to her destination wedding, it's going to cost me between $2,000 and $4,000. since she's getting married during peak season for that country just for me to go, not with my parents or bringing a friend or my boyfriend with me. But apparently, I have now been told I'm also supposed to pay a portion of her bridal shower and also her 3-day bachelorette extravaganza, in addition to the $2,000 to $4,000 wedding trip. She's having a 40-plus guest, super glittery themed bridal shower that all of her bridesmaids need to pay for. And I'm talking about food, drinks, and decor, plus the things that she wants us to wear for that day, because she wants us all to match also for her bridal shower. I spoke to the maid of honor as well as the bride, and I was told it is what it is, and that is what is tradition for the bridesmaids to pay for things. I offer to help the DIY things, like make the things that need to be done, and I was aware that I would need to chip in for the bachelorette party, but the rest just seems like she wants to have this extravagant event and doesn't want to pay for a thing. I told her I couldn't be a bridesmaid anymore as I can't financially afford to. And now she won't speak to me because she can't have her bridal shower or bachelorette party how she wants it. I feel super guilty and like I made the wrong choice and that I should have just sucked it up and tried to make it work. Am I the butthole? Your opinion. Are they wrong for backing out?
She is not the butthole at all. I don't think she is wrong for backing out at all. I do think this right here, though. Well, I understand it got to a point to where she needed to back out. I wish she would have. Well, I wish that the bride would have said, this whole thing may cost X amount of money. And the bridesmaid would have said, okay, I have a limit of this. If we go past this, then I can't go. If that's, you know what I'm saying, if that was indeed the case. But if you got to pay between $2,000 and $4,000, and then on top of that, if you can't go, you can't go. Hey, I would love to go. I can go if it costs this much. Can you help me financially? Because as my friend, if you're going to go overseas, unless all her friends are rich and financially stable and have no issues, you also, as a bride, you got to think about whom the people you are inviting and be sensitive to the people that you have coming. Everybody may not have that checkbook. And if you have a problem with saying no to somebody, so you got a problem that you're not thinking about, oh, my wedding I want my wedding like this. But then you're not thinking about the people who you're inviting and their financial situation. Well, and then the people who's scared to say, they say yes at first and then then the person that says yes at first, you really can't afford it, is it hard for you to say no? So I said a whole lot of things. It kind of went all over the place. But at the end of the day, I don't think that you're wrong at all. Was there a better way they could have handled it? In the beginning, yes, it is. But you are where you are. And if you cannot put yourself in financial straits because the bride didn't think about your financial situation, nor did they help you pay for it. Sorry, it don't happen that way. So they got it piled. What do you think?
Again, I think, first of all, I'm a little different. They're right about this.
Right.
Though, they're not the butthole.
Yeah, I don't
because one, I'll tell you who the butthole is. The butthole's a daggone bride. First and foremost, if they're a air quote, close friend, mm-hmm. If you ain't my bestest of the best, I don't know why you asked me to be your bridesmaid. Like, how many do you need? Am I a placeholder? Like, no thanks. 1. 2, if you have a destination wedding that you expect people to go to, you can have a destination wedding, all that you want to have a destination wedding. I also can keep my hind end home. Mm-hmm. Have a Zoom link. Would I love to be there? Absolutely. Would I love to be able to go to the people's weddings that I love? Absolutely. Should your wedding make me go broke? Absolutely not. I can celebrate you and be happy for you and send you a daggone toaster. Mm. But if you want me to go to like Cabo, if I can afford it, absolutely. But like, also, like, I ain't even gonna lie, call me selfish if you want to. If your wedding is going to affect my finances to where it could affect a vacation I actually want to do that year, I ain't going. Mm-hmm. Like, that is who I am as a person. Don't be my friend. I'm fine.
Right. Exactly.
But like, And second, she lying.
Mm-hmm.
A bachelorette party. First of all, grow up. Like literally, grow up. Bachelorette parties, let me put it this way. I think bachelor parties and bachelorette parties, like, quit being so extra. You are not a Kardashian unless you're a Kardashian. And if you were, these people would not be writing me. And you quitting would not affect her bridal party or bachelorette party because homegirl could foot the bill herself. If she can't foot the bill all on her own, don't have it.
Oh.
Like, a bachelor party or bachelorette party to me, if I was getting married, my bachelorette party, can my girls please come over? We have a good time and we're going to watch what I want to watch and eat what I want to eat. And we all going to wear sweatpants so nobody feels fat. Mm-mm. Probably matching sweatpants. But sweatpants nonetheless.
That may cost money, though. That may cost money.
I could afford to buy the girls sweatpants. I got 3 friends.
Oh, you got more than 3 friends.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean,
but I probably only invite 3.
You what?
See, that sounds different. I'd probably only invite 3.
Yeah, because you got more than 3 friends now.
No, but I mean, like,
they're all a part of the Suicide Squad. So,
well, I mean, that's not including myself.
Yeah.
5.
Suicide Squad is the movie, y'all, not actually a squad of suicidals. I just want to clarify that.
But no, I mean, literally, I'd have 5. I could still afford 5 sweatsuits.
Right.
But I mean, what I'm saying though, I could have my own bachelorette party. Mm-hmm. A bridal shower, and you want us all to wear matching dresses? Shut up.
Oh.
Shut up.
Oh.
Like, people will sit there and be like, oh, well, this is the day and this is the day I want. No, honey, you're not a princess. You are not a princess. This bride is not a princess. She's a bride. She's going to end up making TikToks one day. Talking about how, like, she's mad over, like, the pickup line and whatnot. And I'm not judging that. I'm just saying, girl, you ain't a princess. And I'm going to tell you this, at 45 years old, to these 20-somethings, save your money, have a fantastic honeymoon, because probably a lot of these 20-year-old people that you're having in your wedding, you ain't going to talk to in 20 years. Well, and you might not even have, for real, you might not have the same husband.
Listen, we okay. Oh, wow.
Statistics will tell you that. No, I ain't done. Don't cut me off yet now. I'm still preaching.
I tried, y'all.
And the other thing, if you want to blow some money, I would much rather than buy a matching dress for a bridesmaid thing, spend money for a bachelorette party. I'd rather give $300 or $400 to the bride and groom and say, have a killer honeymoon.
Right.
Because, or put this towards a down payment on a house. Those things last. You're talking about the amount of money that you expecting people to spend to come to your thing, to where they might be willing to give you half towards this thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, help people help you. You ain't going to get nothing. Nobody going to come to your wedding and everybody's going to be like, ugh. So I think the only thing that I think you did wrong, you should have said no from Jump Street. I mean, like, first of all, we ain't that close. I ain't going to be in your wedding. Second, it's a location wedding. Okay, fantastic. That's my second sign of no.
Well, they still may be that close, but you can still say.
She said they wasn't.
Well, then moving on to the next question.
She said a semi-close friend. If you put in semi, nah.
Well,
I don't know what semi-close is.
I'm sorry.
I either have close or acquaintances.
I'm sorry, if you put close friend, if you cannot afford it, you can't afford it. Bottom line.
I don't care if it's your bestie. If you can't afford it, I ain't going into debt for your wedding.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming to
your TED Talk.
Yeah. You already had one. I've had a few on here. You had one real one.
Okay. Yeah.
These are my moments, Jeffrey.
Yes, ma'am. It is.
I don't think that's a TED Talk. That's more of a rant, but mm-hmm. Call it what it is. Okay. Ready for the next one, my guy?
Yeah.
Okay, this one.
Drum roll, because you're just dragging it out.
It's going to make you mad. I know it is.
Okay.
Okay. This is one where this happened to the kid. Okay. We got another wedding debacle. Apparently people have issues with wedding debacles.
Okay.
This one. Okay. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's super long.
Mm-hmm.
This young lady, when she was 14,
Mm-hmm.
her mother got married.
Mm-hmm.
They were having a kid-free wedding. Like, I guess because they wanted to party. The fiance wanted a child-free wedding, and he promised to make all of his family commit to this rule. However, when my mom took us dress shopping and came home and we showed him the dresses that we had picked for the wedding, he stopped talking to us and pulled my mom in the kitchen. He told my mom later my mom told me that he told us that there was a no children rule. My mom said that she told him that we were her kids and that we were going to be at the wedding no matter what. He said that if his family found out, that there would be a big problem, and they would accuse him of being a doormat and playing favors between my mom and his family. My mom told him that was unacceptable, and no matter what the rules are, her daughters would always be an exception. He insisted that we stay home with a babysitter, but mom refused. He said he was making a big deal and it was just one day. My mom said, absolutely, positively no. He stopped talking to us, and 3 months later, the wedding was called off. Do you think my mom was wrong? She has not found anyone since that day, and I know she still misses him.
Wait a minute. Let me understand this. The mother, that's a whole lot. The mother was getting married to this man.
Uh-huh.
And the mother had kids from a previous wedding?
Yes.
How old were the kids?
14 and 12.
So basically teenage kids that were not allowed to come to a wedding, to their mother's wedding.
Correct.
So he wanted her kids from a previous marriage. The kids couldn't see their own mama get married.
Yes.
And so now the wedding is called off, and your question is she the butthole? Or you saying is he the butthole or is she the butthole?
This is what the kid said. So the kid who wrote this in is obviously a college student age now. They're one of your students.
Okay.
Or a previous student. I don't know which one.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, but their mother did not get married.
To this man.
Yes, so let's name them.
Wait. No, because that's a long way. The question I just have, the only question I have is right here, is no. The question I have is right here. Is simply, are you asking me is the person asking who's being the butthole? The mom being the butthole or the dad being the butthole?
The ex-fiance. He was not the dad.
Okay, this is what I say. I don't think the mama being the butthole at all. I think the mama is right. And actually, she is smart for being dodged. She dodged the bullet. Because, first of all, the question I have: does the man have any kids?
I do not have that information.
Because it sounds like he don't have any kids of his own. And because there's no way in the world, if the kids are behaving well and these are teenage children, and you're literally saying, when you're gonna get remarried, it's with the whole package. You don't get to pick and choose. So if you're going to be, even if it's first marriage or she's gonna remarry, you don't sit there and say, "Hey, your kids gotta stay home from this." Now they can choose not to want to come, but you don't get to tell them not to come, especially if they are there to support the parent. And if he's making that rule, girl, you dodged the bullet. I mean, so I think that's fine.
Same.
You dodged the bullet.
I mean, like, basically, like, I got 3 kids. Let somebody tell me that my kids could not come to, and I don't care what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I understand that like, there's kid-free weddings.
Right.
And, of course, I'm not going to bring my kid to those.
Yeah.
But I have not went to weddings because they were kid-free. And I wasn't comfortable leaving my kids at home with a babysitter, like, especially when I first moved to Florida. I was invited to 2 weddings. Both of those were kids-free. I don't know a babysitter in Florida.
Well, even
you know what I mean? So I didn't, but like my own, listen, anything that's mine and somebody wants to tell me that if I'm the center of attention in it and I can't have my babies, then I won't be there. Thank you very much.
No, it's like, what? So basically the kids don't go to the wedding, but then you come home married. I can't relate to that.
I cannot relate to that. They wasn't there, didn't see it, and wanted them to be with a babysitter. And what I'll say to that is this. The only thing I'll say, I get, and here's the thing to the kid. The mom is not mourning that man, even though you think she is. Mm-hmm. The mom is mourning. First of all, she had gotten close enough to this man, and I'm just telling you, this is a woman, young lady or guy. Anyway, she's not mourning that she didn't marry him. She's mourning. There's two things happening. I can guarantee it. I'd bet it dime to dollar. First of all, she's shocked because she's sitting there like, I almost married a dude who wouldn't let my kids at my wedding. Yeah. Like, so she hasn't dated anybody. Why? She don't trust her judgment anymore because she can't believe that happened. Yeah. And if you were 14 and you're in college now, that is still not enough time has passed, I'd say, to where she trusts her own judgment. Exactly. Two, if she probably did love him, but just because you love somebody don't mean that they're not toxic too. Yeah, but so she might have loved him. She might have loved him, but that doesn't mean that she's mourning being with him. She might be mourning what she thought could have been. Yeah, and that's different. Yeah, and the other thing you gotta look at is right here. You have to look at it from this. She did the right thing because she set up a boundary. Mm-hmm. And if she had not, you have to be in a relationship, you have to learn to set up healthy boundaries. And understand that everyone is not going to agree with your boundary. But if she would have said, okay to this, that man would have run over her, I think, left and right, because you literally sent your kids home to not see the mother get married. He did not realize the kids were there before him. Mm-hmm. Sorry, know your place. Mm-hmm. Know your place. Yep. Because if not, you will be reminded of your place. And listen, if your kid, if you were 25 and a raging alcoholic who caused scenes everywhere, okay, you don't invite your kid. I could understand a partner saying, no, I don't want them there. And you might need to respect that because of their behavior. Right. But a 14 and 12-year-old, just because there's a no kid rule, no, your mama did the right thing. It ain't your fault your mama ain't married. And you saved your mama probably another years full of misery. Listen, my mother, you know the story. She raised 4 boys by herself. And my mother did not get married. You know, I wish she would have gotten remarried. But, you know, it didn't happen. But the one thing that was quite obvious, if she dated those guys knew we had a daddy, and you need to know where your place is if you ain't gonna marry my mom. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So don't try to come in here and try to run things, or you will be run out of here. Mm-hmm. So it's like, child, please, whatever. So, listen, babies come first. So I say, I'm like, lost your mind. Stay with the babysitter for a wedding. Okay, babysitter. Okay, wait. This one is funny. Let me find it. Okay. I don't know how you're going to feel about this one. Okay. My mom and dad got a new neighbor who is obsessed with their driveway. They're not going to let anybody use it. They don't even let their guests use it. They make them park on the street. Sometimes they even pull into our yard. They put cones up. So you won't park in her garage? First of all, I'm not done reading, but they're a freaking weirdo. Second, our driveways are close and there's a small patch of land in between it. He has now put a big, huge rock, almost a boulder, at the end, which makes it kind of hard to get into our driveway. Then, I would kill somebody. Then he put, those rocks that are supposed to be like landscaping rocks, but they're kind of jagged, has got those going up the driveway and put them on our end of the driveway. Well, my mom hit her car on those and popped the tire. Then we realized that the city actually owns that property and they shouldn't be there. So my mom called an attorney. Well, guess what my dad did? He went out and shook hands with this guy and said he wanted to keep the peace and they could work it out together. My mom is so furious because she said that my dad undermined him and that we don't need to keep peace with everybody because sometimes people are just the word hole.
Okay.
I don't know if this person should be able to get away with it or not, but I think it's dumb that my parents are fighting about it. Who do you think's right? Don't worry, they're not going to get divorced. My mom just brings it up passively aggressively, and so does my dad at breakfast and dinner.
Wow. So what do you think?
I'm with the mom.
You with the why are you with the mom?
Because here's the thing. First of all, bro, you want to put a boulder and start because you're a freaking weirdo. You put cones in your driveway. You want to have guests over park in my yard. Okay. Like if they're going to park in front of the house, I'm not crazy. I'll be like, all right. He's weird. Park in front of him. But once you make me hit my car on something because you have came up to where you got things jutting over my driveway, I don't want to be your friend. I'll take your rocks and I'll plant them across your driveway. And spell the word that we're not saying out with said rocks.
Okay, you just snapped. But anyway,
yeah, I hate people like that. I don't hate people. I don't like them very much though.
I think they're both right. I think they're wrong with the passive aggressiveness on the communication. I think that's wrong. But I understand the
The
frustration.
parents, you mean?
I'm so sorry.
The parents, you mean, with the passive aggressive communication?
Yeah, at breakfast time.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
And I don't I understand the frustration of the mother because I just, absolutely. But I also understand the father saying, okay, if we could work this out in a healthy way without it escalating and then we live peacefully, then you always should try that first. So I agree with the frustration of the mother. And I agree with the resolution, trying to come to a healthy resolution of the father. And that's how I feel about it. Told you, we completely different.
I don't like that one. I mean,
completely
I say your mom should slit his tires.
I mean, yeah, you would say that.
Okay, here's the last one.
Okay.
I saved the deep one for last.
Here we go.
That I'm going to do because some of them guys, you ask me things. There's a couple of them. This is a G-rated podcast.
What?
It's a G-rated podcast. I'll tell you some of them later.
Okay, I don't even, yeah.
But we ain't doing it here. Well, no, I mean, it's not that it's bad they have questions, but like, I don't want to talk about it on a podcast. You crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, and I think this one's kind of sad. Okay.
Okay.
And this is not one of your students.
Okay.
So you don't have to have anxiety. So
I don't have anxiety. I don't know if I know their name.
No, you might when you hear it.
Okay.
Be like, oh no. So my brother passed away about 4 months ago, unexpectedly. He was a heroin addict.
Mm.
He overdosed. He tore our family apart for years, went to therapy, support groups. Nothing was working. And as the story in society right now, he did die of an overdose. So about a week ago, a girl got in touch with my parents online and said that she was pregnant with my brother's baby. My parents got overwhelmed, and so I ended up having a conversation with her. They were high school sweethearts, but understand it's been about 6 years since he had graduated from high school. I don't know because he and I didn't talk that much if they had rekindled or not. I don't even know if she was a drug addict or not. But once I looked up everything and realized that she had also struggled, she was actually asking my parents for money, advised that she could be homeless soon and that she needed medical care. I told her that she needed to have a paternity test first and I would pay for the paternity test. She got mad, upset, and said that she thinks I'm a terrible person, that I was calling her a liar, and that my brother would be turning over in his grave. I told her that she can take the test or she cannot. I don't really care, but I will give her zero financial help. She left my text message on read and has not replied yet. Do you think I was wrong for requesting a paternity test first?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Anytime first of all, if it's her baby, if it's his baby, absolutely, as a family, you're going to do what you have to do. And you should do what you need to do to help provide a safe environment. Your job is to help, not to enable. Unfortunately, there are people out there that will use anything to support a habit, even children. So you have to protect yourself because they don't understand the emotional attachment, mental and and physical attachment that can happen if you've lost a child, and then next thing you know, there's an extension of that child that you have a chance to be a part of, and then you find out that it's not your kid. That's like losing someone, like losing your baby all over again. Nope, absolutely, you were right. You notice she didn't respond, and she left it on red. That should tell you all you need to know right there. Because you ain't mad. You can't be that prideful.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, if it was, as a mom who's been pregnant, if I needed financial help and I'm going to my baby daddy pregnant and they don't know that I'm pregnant and he died of a drug overdose, I wouldn't see it as being crazy that they asked for a paternity test. I wouldn't see it as crazy if I was in a relationship with a drug addict and that person, the actual person, asked me for a paternity test, because they could be so high out their mind they don't know what they're doing and who they're doing it with.
Yeah.
So to me, the question is not crazy at all. Second, the only thing I would say that I would do, I don't want to say I'd do it different, I might do additionally, if you know this person because you know that he dated the person when he was younger, is reach out to her family.
Right.
Because is it true? What would they be thinking? Do they know? Maybe they need to do an intervention. Maybe they need a Baker's actor if there's a thing like that there to, maybe they need to get custody of the baby. Does she have other kids? Like, there's other things like that to kind of take into consideration in my head. Like, because there could be a baby involved. It could be your niece or nephew. And if they're a drug addict too, I'd want the baby and get the mama help so that the baby could have the best life. But that they didn't reach, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I don't think asking for a paternity test is crazy for anybody.
Right.
And I mean, honestly, isn't that a way to just kind of be like, haha, I was right, you were wrong? Like, why be offended? They don't know you. They wasn't in a committed relationship with you.
Yeah, and on top of that, think about it. She said that she's afraid that she may be homeless, but you are so prideful to not get a paternity test.
That you don't have to pay for.
That you have to pay for, that you would prefer not to get it, but be homeless instead. Okay, I got my own opinions about that. You ain't too afraid to be homeless.
Yeah, I mean, that seems totally fishy to me. Yeah. And if it wasn't the key to me, because I read that 4 times, she left me on red. She knows she saw it. Yep. Because I would be thinking did their phone get cut off? Nope, she saw it.
Yeah.
She saw it. So,
see.
I mean, and at the end of the day, follow her.
Yeah.
Not follow her like stalker. I don't mean like that. But get on social media. Reach out to her family. If she has something, there's grandparents' rights. Have your parents request a paternity test to see if it's true or not. They will do it. You'll have to pay the money for an attorney, but just one paternity test. Is this my child's? Grandparents have rights. Right. So she either isn't, or I don't know. I mean, I don't think that it was wrong. I don't think it was wrong. I don't think that's something that your parents should have to handle. I think them giving it to you is wise, because they probably are going through more than they can handle right now, just with losing their child. Not that it's not hard for you losing your brother,
Mm-hmm.
But you sound level-headed. You sound like you're making intelligent decisions and that you loved him, but you also understand that he had an illness that killed him.
Yeah.
And you don't sound angry with him. Just you're very matter of fact. So I think you're doing a stand-up job.
Yeah, I agree.
So that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Ask us more situational questions.
Yes, please send some more questions. Yeah.
Yeah, keep them G-rated though.
Yeah, I ain't trying to go the other way. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, here's the thing. We're not going to talk about couples.
Yeah.
Deep couple, private couple issues.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I can reply to your answer if you want to know. But not on here. But give us something to talk about on here. I got 2 more, but I don't want to do them today because it'll be too long.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, great.
But email. Sorry, I was going to throw that in. Sorry, my bad. Mm-hmm. info@redandgreen.com. Email it there. Or Kristie@redandgreen.com. Either one. But do info, preferably, so I can keep things separate. Follow us on Instagram. Red and Green. It's all in the show notes. I'm not even going to say it all.
Yes.
Please rate, review, and subscribe. We love it. We need it. Sidebar, Orlando Choral Society, CFC Arts, and UCF nights, singing nights. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be doing Broadway on Magnolia, October 8th at 7 p.m. Dr. Phillips Center. Please get your tickets now at drphillipscenter.org.
Yes. Correct.
I questioned it.
That's right.
Go ahead. Say your
That's it.
bit.
Thank you again. And we'll see you next week on Red and Green,
the podcast.
Bye.